Hi everyone, this is Diane at the Picket Fence Greenhouse and Gardens. Today I am going to show you, actually I showed this plant in one of my other videos at the end, but today it's going to be all about this plant. This is the most unique plant that I have really come across. Probably been around a while, but I've never ever had it in my presence, ever. I've never grown it. But it's called the rosary plant, also known as string of hearts plant. And I'm going to give you a very good close-up of it right now. I'm going to bring it over to you and just show it to you. You can see its heart-shaped leaves right there. And they're fleshy and thick. It is considered succulent-like, so you have to pay close attention not to overwater it. These things form, why they call it a rosary plant is because it forms these little beads along the string of hearts. These little tubers right here have plants already growing out of them. They will produce another plant just like this big plant right here. Isn't that fantastic? I just think that's very, very cool. What I'm going to do today is we're going to take and plant these little tubers in some soil, and I'm going to let them grow with the plant on top of the soil, and I'm also going to cut a few off and see which ones do the best. So let's get in close and let's get started on this string of hearts plant, also known as the rosary plant. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to let these sit in this large 10 by 20 tray, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting some peat and perlite soil just around the pots. I'm going to make this really easy to produce more plants. Spread this out. Don't have to be much of a layer. Just enough so those can start taking off on their own. But let's talk about this plant for a minute, because I honestly want you to know a little bit more about it. It's a curious plant all around. The string of hearts, it bears long strings of heart-shaped inch-long leaves, dark green with silver marbling above the purple underside. So yeah, they got a little purple underside. Love the foliage look with the silver veining. Here and there along the stems there's woody pea-shaped tubers, which you'll see right here, the pea-shaped tubers. And if put in contact with soil, will root and produce stems on their own. And that's what we're going to do today, in growing up to 3 inches in diameter. Okay, the tubers will. Okay, this is a plant that likes bright light to full sun. Drench but let dry in between your waterings, because again, it's succulent like, and you do not want to overwet it. Average home for humidity. And fertilize, use a balanced fertilizer. And it says to use a cactus mix, but this is what I'm going to use. I use a lot of this soil here that I use for my cactus, so it should work just fine as long as I keep it on the dry side. These work great in hanging baskets. Very easy to take care of. So here we go. This is what we're going to do. First off, I have one all by itself that broke off. I'm going to take, and if you can see that, I'm just going to take and trim this little one off right here and just lay it right here down here on the soil surface. I'm not going to bury it, I'm just going to lay it. There's a few other ones here, kind of small, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lay this one in the tray for now, and maybe it'll form some roots that I can replant it. So the ones that are attached to the mother plant, which are, so find them here, some right here. What I'm going to do is just lay them right on the soil, just like so. And this one here, there's one here too. We're just going to lay it right on the soil. And the ones here that don't hardly have anything over here on the side, they don't hardly have anything, I'm just going to lay them off to the side of the tray. They're not even going to be in the soil. I'm going to turn the tray here and show you a really big one. It's a really nice one over here, and also this one doesn't look as nice. It needs some work. But see this really large tuber right here? We are going to Just cut that one off. Okay. And I'm just going to lay it. There's tons of little shoots already. I can feel them. I can feel the little shoots coming out right there. So I'm just going to lay that right on the surface. And I'm going to watch it. Now I'm also, this one's rooted in here. I was going to show you on the plant. There's a nice large tuber underneath the soil here, and that's probably how it got started. I'm actually going to cut. Okay, that one came right off. I'm going to put this one right in some soil over here. Okay, I wanted to show you the little flower that this little plant produces. If I can give you a close-up. It is so tiny. Hopefully you can see it. They resemble tiny purple little lanterns. And it's so small that you can barely tell it on the plant because it kind of blends in. I get my water sprayer. And all I'm going to do here basically is just take and mist it. Mist the soil, but not drench it. And these little tubers that I put on top of the soil should take root, and it shouldn't really take that long because they already have shoots coming out. That is all I'm going to do. Keep you updated on how they do. So this is Propagating New Rosemary Plant. Such a neat, cool plant that I am just really excited about. It's funny how I go in these greenhouses and I'm finding something new and that I've never seen before, and I am sure these have been around a while. So this is Diane at Picket Fence Greenhouse and Gardens. This is a really fun and interesting plant. Let me know if you have this plant, have seen this plant, if you're growing this plant, and just kind of want to hear how your results are with it. And if you got any suggestions, comments, just place them below this video. We'll see you on the next video. Happy gardening. A long time ago, I purchased the rosary plant, rosary vine, and I was going to transplant it and transplant it and transplant it. All summer long went, and I never got it done. Neglected it, and pretty soon I got looking at it and it didn't look very good. So I decided to do some transplanting. Here I'm doing some stem transplanting, and I'm putting them on bottom heat, and it looks like they're getting some new growth. It looks like it's going to work. They're going to start vining or start rooting in. But I was kind of worried about it. I really love this rosary plant, and I wanted to make sure I could keep it around. So hopefully we'll see how these go, how they do in the long haul. And some that I did transplant don't look so good right now. But the stem ones, the stem or the vine cuttings that I took off of them, so far they don't look too bad. Checking on the rosary plant cuttings today. It's December 6th. And as I can see new growth coming on these rosary plant vine. So that tells me that they are growing. Check that out right there. Look at that. There is a nice little root right there. Bottom heat increases your propagation. It makes it much quicker, and you're going to have better results. So it's something to think about. I'm glad that I'm doing this because the plant kind of deteriorated after I left it go too long. And now I'll be able to transplant these, and I will be able to, make new plants out of them. That's always fun. All right. So that pretty much completes that, and I just wanted to share that with you today.